If you've ever been part of building a product, you know it can feel like a pretty wild adventure, right? There are just so many paths you could take, a ton of potential wrong turns, and the goal can feel miles away. So, how do you keep everyone on track? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the single most important tool for that job, the product roadmap.
Let's think about this a little differently. Building a product, it's not just a project with a start and an end date. It's really more like an expedition. You're setting out to climb a huge mountain, and that summit, that's your product's ultimate success. Every single step is a move into brand new territory. So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? When the path isn't totally clear and the peak is way off in the distance, how in the world do you keep your entire team moving in the exact same direction together without anyone getting lost? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. Every great journey needs a map. And for a product team, that map is the roadmap. It is, without a doubt, the most important document for charting your course. So let's start with the most basic question, the why. Why do we even need one?
A really great roadmap does four crucial things. First, it creates a shared vision, making sure everyone on the team is actually trying to climb the same mountain. Second, it provides that guidance, that clear direction. Third, and this is huge, it allows for adaptability. If a storm suddenly rolls in, you can find a new route to the summit without giving up. And finally, it keeps communication flowing so that every single person, from the engineers to the CEO, knows the plan and why it's the plan.
Okay, so we know we need a map, but what's actually on it? What does it show us? Let's zoom in a little bit and take a look at the anatomy of a product roadmap. In today's world, everything moves so fast, so you'll often hear the term Agile Roadmap. At its core, it's a high-level, strategic view of where your product is headed. It's not about every tiny little detail, it's about the big picture, the key features, the main priorities, and the major goals you want to hit over time. Now, this right here, this is maybe the most important distinction we're going to talk about today. A roadmap is not a project plan. A project plan is all about the nitty-gritty, tasks, deadlines, dependencies. A roadmap is all about strategy and direction. It's the why and the what, not the day-to-day how. And look at this. This shows you exactly where the roadmap fits in the whole shebang. It's the critical bridge that connects your high-level strategy, your mission and vision, to the actual daily work your team is doing. It's what turns those big, ambitious ideas into concrete, actionable steps. It makes the dream feel real. Okay, enough theory. It all makes sense, but how do you actually create one of these things? Let's get practical and talk about drawing your own map. You see, great road mapping isn't just about making a list of to-dos, it's about telling a compelling story. You have to start with your vision. Then, instead of just this long, boring list of features, you group your work into themes. Something like improve user onboarding. See? That approach gets everyone focused on the why behind the work. The best roadmaps are always simple, super visual, and laser-focused on the destination. Now, if you look at any map of a huge landscape, you'll see there are multiple ways to get to the top of the mountain, and you can't take them all at once. This brings us to what is easily the hardest and most important part of all this, the art of prioritization. And here it is, the fundamental truth of building, anything, really. Your team is going to have hundreds of absolutely brilliant ideas for features, for improvements, for new directions. But your time, your money, your people, they are all very, very finite. There's no way around it. You must choose. That right there is the core challenge of product management. Every time you say yes to one idea, you're pretty much saying no to 100 others. Luckily, you don't have to just flip a coin or go with your gut. There are structured frameworks to help you make these tough calls. Take impact versus effort, for example. It's a super simple way to find those quick wins, the stuff that gives you a huge bang for your buck. Others, like the Moscow method, help you bucket features into what you must have, should have, or could have. These tools give you a logical way to figure out what's going to deliver the most value and get you up that mountain faster. So, what do these things actually look like out in the real world? Let's take a peek at a few different kinds of roadmaps you might see. So a really common one is the timeline roadmap, often broken down by quarters, just like you see here. This style is fantastic for talking with executives or other departments who really need to know when things might get done. It clearly lays out the big milestones over the course of a year. Here's another really popular one, especially with agile development teams. It's the now next leader format.
Instead of locking into specific dates, it just prioritizes the sequence of what's getting worked on. This gives you incredible flexibility because the team can adapt as they learn new things without constantly having to reshuffle a calendar. And look at this, a theme-based roadmap. See how everything is bundled under bigger goals like recording and editing or sharing and collaboration. This format is amazing for communicating the why behind all the work. It connects every single feature back to a specific problem you're solving for your customer. It tells that story we talked about. So, look, if you only take one thing away today, let it be this. A roadmap is not a rigid, step-by-step GPS that yells, recalculating every time you make a change. It's a compass. It points you towards your North Star, your vision, but it trusts and empowers your team to navigate the messy, unpredictable terrain and find the best path to get there. It's such a powerful tool for turning a big vision into a tangible reality. So really, the only question left is, what amazing journey is your roadmap going to guide?